lot going on. Well, it might be me. No, wait, I can move to the side, can't I? Queen can only go straight that way. I made a few mistakes.
Normally I'll have 2 cups of water, the dirty water and the not so dirty water, but this isn't too much. I'm not doing too light of colors. If you're doing dark colors, it doesn't really matter. If you're working with pure white, then you're in trouble. Yeah. And that's where she comes in. Come here and fix this.
My art teacher always said, if you don't, something's wrong, you don't want to just turn it upside down and look at it.
As we marched, he tried to engage a few of the guys in conversation, find out who the Catholics were and which were Baptists, stuff like that. The thing was, chatting like a bunch of schoolgirls could get us all killed, so Sergeant Stu put the kibosh on it before the chaplain really got started. Then, when we made camp, the lieutenant ordered total silence for the next 48 hours, because we were getting so close to our next objective. I remember being grateful, because I was a lapsed Methodist, not too sure how much guilt could be laid on by a Catholic chaplain. About 0300 that morning, Stinky Potter woke me up by grabbing a knot of my fatigues and pulling me upright. "Shh," he said, stopping my fist with his open hand. My heart pounded. In the distance, some kind of cat or monkey or some other jungle animal yowled, a long, terrifying sound that came to an abrupt stop.
Heinlein's authorized biography came out this month, and it relies pretty heavily on a lot of the correspondence that he had, through high school, college, etc. But you're pretty well known for putting it all out there.
Right.
You Twitter everything. You were on the way to the hospital 2 years ago, and you Twittered that for everybody. Thank you, we appreciate that. What's going to be left to unearth about you when your biographer does your authorized biography in 100 years?
I'm trying to keep my email archive because I don't put my email online. You're privy to a lot of things I think about, publishing or about where things are going or what I'm thinking about that are not shared with the blog. Keeping a blog is actually a interesting thing because it looks like you're putting it all out there. It looks like you're hanging it all out there, and some people are like, oh, you live life without the wire, and you're kind of up there. But the thing is that the blog is a persona. It's an aspect of my life. It's a very carefully edited and pre-thought out aspect of my life. People will have noticed that during 2009 I hardly blogged at all, and that's because I was recovering from the congenital heart defect and readjusting to life as a new person, pretty much. And I didn't post anything about that because what it would have been was a lot of me bitching and whining about my lot in life at the time. And it would have been very depressing and down, and a lot of people would have been like, this guy's a loser, and gone off to do something else more interesting. There are a lot of people who could make going through sickness inspiring or interesting or whatever like that, but I'm betting I'm not one of them because, it sucks. It's happening to you, and you want to wallow a bit. And so I was like, I'm not even going to discuss any of this really until it's over, until I understand what has happened. And so no one really saw me live life without a wire during all of 2009 because it was all extremely edited because most of 2009 was, I'm going to take happy pills and get through this one way or another, goddammit. So yeah, and so of course you always get people who are like, but don't put that on your blog. And I'm like, no, I don't put everything up on my blog. It's just not this sort of like verbal diarrhea thing that goes on up there.
The cover art selection or assignment,
Yes. The cover art. Usually, I tend to like to include the authors in the cover art process, as long as they understand that I don't have a lot of control over it either. I turn in a cover concept, which is usually a description of the book, maybe the copy. It depends on the type of book it is. Are we going to commission art for the book? Are we going to hire someone to paint a new painting for the book? Or are we going to use stock art where we'll basically take several different images that we've licensed and put them together, and then Slider will play with it and stuff. That's, we do both. Science fiction can be stock art. Fantasy, a lot of times tends to be, commissioned art. And we have a great, staple of artists that we work with, award-winning artists, just fantastic artists. And, sometimes I will say, this is the scene I want. And, some artists will read the whole book. Some will just read the scene and will have to say, this character looks like this, and is wearing this. And I have to be careful to make sure that if the character is black, that we actually make them black on the cover. I did have a book where the main character was black and the white woman was on the cover. Yeah, and that was inadvertent because I just neglected to mention it to the art director. So like, we already did photo shoot, we already paid for it, sorry. I'm just like, so, and so, we try to, but in the end, it's kind of Salesforce that kind of has the final. We come up with a variety of options, and Salesforce will choose. And they could be like, I don't like any of these.
I've had heard of instances where the change.
Absolutely. No, we don't. You used to say iced tea, right?
Yeah, well, it's whatever Mark gave. Nuke Brothers. He's got one in top. That's picture in my
That was no front. That's the way he is. But what's great about him also is that, I mean, if you see that movie, yeah, somebody was backstage.
So, yeah, that's definitely what was going on.
Wow.
I'm very.
You're good at this. You're good at this. Not as good as you think.
All I got left after today. It's all gone. It's the best tip I can offer.
Nice. What can I get you?